Hello, here I am again with my Mercedes W221. I have experienced some problem lately. It was making a noise when I was trying to pull out with the turned wheels. It was banging noise, and a couple of days ago I have tried to pull out with turned wheels again, and it was like does not engage in transmission. The car didn't move basically. So I came back home and decided to check the CV joint, and CV joint looks fine. The protective rubber is not torn or anything. Next one is fine. But what I found out is that I'll try to show you its intermediate shaft bearing. It is here, and the whole axle shaft moves quite heavily. And there, I'll try to show you how it looks like. Where it is. Hold on. Nope, that will not work. But basically I try to move that axle up and down and it moves. So I have checked the drawings and looks like intermediate shaft bearing. So what I have to do now is I have to release this bolt and mount the whole axle. Need to remove some suspension components. I also have to deflate airbag, and then I will pull the axle shaft, and then I will show you how it looks. Okay, so I was able to pull out the axle shaft. I had to remove this and this. Then I was able to turn the wheel, and then I pulled the axle shaft. And what I found out, here is where the bearing's supposed to be, and you see what has left out of it. It's only the bottom part, and the upper part is still in the in the car. I have to remove it, and I'm not sure where all these balls from the bearing. You see, I was able to retrieve only 2 or 3 of them. Yeah, it's 3 I have only, and I don't know where are the rest. If I lost them somewhere out in the street, it's not that bad, but if it's still there somewhere, then it's not so good. Hopefully it's not there. I'll try to clean it up. I will remove both parts of the bearing, and then I'll tell what's next. So I was trying to remove that snap ring which holds the remains of the bearing, and that snap ring doesn't move at all. So seems like it's gonna be some work. So I went to the tool shop today and bought 4 different ring pliers, and let's see how it goes. Maybe I will be able to remove it with them. So as you see, finally I was able to remove that snap ring. What's not good is that 2 pieces of metal fell off of the oil pan, I guess, because it's the passage in the oil pan for that axle shaft. And here you can see these pieces, missing pieces too. I guess it is not a problem because it is still plenty of meat for snap ring to sit in the place, but now I have to remove the second part of the bearing. So I have been searching on the internet how to remove the outer race of the bearing because it was stuck in the oil pan, and I found out that you have to weld inside of the outer race, and the heat, of course, will make the flex of the outer bearing. And I tried it, and after welding a couple of spots here, while cooling down, I heard pop, and then the outer race started to turn in its place. So I made a puller from this removal tool. I turned around this and I was able to remove it. And then next day I went to the dealership and I bought a brand new bearing, and I was very lucky because they also pressed it on the shaft. So it is, I hope it is on the spot. Because it was official MB dealership, so they should know where it should sit. Now it's the matter of only cleaning up the place where it should sit in the oil pan, and somehow I have to drive it in. I have no idea how I will do it, but when I will do it I will tell you how I done it. Alright, it is in, as you see. Wasn't that difficult actually. I have found steel pipe lying around, and it happened to be the exact diameter as the outer bearing race, and that's where you want to hit. You never want to hit inner bearing race, because then you will destroy the bearing. So that was, I guess it was 50 millimeters or something, steel pipe, and I have cut it, put it on like that, and then a couple of hits with the mallet, and now it sits nice and tight. As you can see, I only now need to put on the snap ring and attach axle shaft. All assembled back.